Behind me is the end of the line, and this line snakes around the Germain Arena here. And as my cameraman pans away, you can see kind of, this is just the very end of this line. As we keep walking, Thomas, thousands of people are now trying to get into this shelter in Lee County. We were just in Collier County to our south. We were in Naples. Authorities there said that more than 11,000 people had been in shelters in Collier County. Those are full. So what is happening is all these people are coming to the Germain Arena from surrounding counties. And it's absolutely incredible how many people are here. We've spoken with several of them. And if I turn here, we can continue to see how long this line is. People are telling us that they've been waiting here for more than 5 hours. They showed up here before midnight. When that track shifted to the west, many of these folks had decided not to evacuate beforehand, but when that track shifted, they changed their minds. They are huge fears about storm surge. We're going to keep walking. We're not even a third, not even close, not even a quarter of the way done with this line. It wraps around the entire arena, and there are people here with special needs. There are senior citizens. There are kids here. You can see pets there. See members of the Army National Guard. It's unlike, it really was amazing to walk in here and see how long this line was. We expected there to be a long line. We had heard when we were down in Naples, they had opened an elementary school, and we had heard frustration from people that had been to 3 or 4 shelters, and they hadn't even, they had gotten to the point where they were frustrated because each one was filled to capacity. So then we decided to come up here because we heard that this one was the newly opened one. And people, again, have been telling us they've been waiting in the heat for over 5 hours. There have been rain bands that have come through here. And one woman told us she was just absolutely desperate. And as Aaron pans around over here, we're still not even halfway done. And so, Thomas, it's really remarkable to see just a few hours before the storm, the question becomes, where do these people go? What happens in the next few hours if they can't get inside? Now, the capacity here, as I understand it, is 7,000 or 8,000 inside this arena. We have not gotten an actual count of how many people are here waiting outside. But assuming it takes several more hours, we're expecting, the winds to pick up. We see some gusts here right now, and we see some of these rain bands picking up. These folks are worried that they're not going to be able to get inside. And then what happens is, if they can't get inside, where do they go? Because they keep being told that this might be the last shelter that they're going to be able to go to. So we have EMS here. We've seen some people with heat exhaustion. We've seen some people here with bottled water. Parking is a situation here. The folks that are trying to drop off their cars, they're parking quite a ways away. We're starting to get to maybe the last section of the line here. But it's just really remarkable, Thomas, when you see how many people just a few hours before Hurricane Irma makes landfall. This is a desperate situation. There was one woman who told us this is the point when desperation sets in. When you get to a shelter, you would thought you didn't need to evacuate. All of a sudden it hits you. You got to go, and then you realize there's no place to go. And we're ready to finish right here, Thomas.
Gabe, the governor had said that evacuations are not meant to be convenient, but to keep you safe. But 450,000 people are in shelters right now, and he said that there is still room for more. Have you talked with any officials on site to explain the lag time for processing, to let these people get in safely, since the governor has recommended that more people leave their homes, especially for the West Coast?
Well, we have asked so far and haven't been able to speak with anybody on site. They do say they're the workers here, they say they're trying to process people as fast as possible. And I can tell you, Thomas, we've just gotten to the head of the line. This is where people are being let in. We can tell you, though, there's been a frustration among many of the people in line that there hasn't been enough information. They just don't know when, what the capacity is going to be and what the answer is. We're trying to find out if this does reach capacity, what happens to the people left in line, where do they go, and what other options they have. Like local authorities here on the West Coast and on the East Coast, they've been opening up more and more of these shelters, but time is running out. We only have a very short amount of time before the storm hits. And so I suspect that some of the people towards the end of this line might get frustrated, and if we get some rain bands in the next few hours, they might decide, listen, it's just not worth it. I'm going to need to go home and ride this one out. And if you're in a mandatory evacuation zone, that's a really tough place to be, Thomas.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.